Howdy everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Today I am going to talk about something I'm not sure if anyone talks about, but I'm just looking for opinion here. So let's talk about something called factor investing. So I'm not going to go into what it is, but it's basically using a bunch of factors, using technical analysis, fundamental analysis, all the different data points that you can use to feed into a machine learning model. So as an example here, I was at a fairly high-end investment wealth management Din last week. This is part of the presentation. I didn't want to reveal who this is for, where it's from, but I'll just leave it at this. They use over 122 factors to select which stocks to go with. So here's some of the examples here. You can see here they focus on free cash flow. Some examples, what's their sales revision, EPS, a lot of fundamental analysis, earnings yield, return on equity, and then down here it's 122. Earnings per share dispersion, 14-day RSI, annual to assets, 5-year sales, variability, and so on and so forth. So these are some of the factors that they can use to feed into a machine learning model, and a lot of these big firms do this. So if you go over to Google and just do a simple search of factor investment examples or something like that, this is what I came up with. Two sources came up, BlackRock and Invesco. So these are big firms. They do this. And I'm sure they apply the machine learning here. So this is a PDF from, I believe it's in Invesco. So in here they go on about the benefits of it, why they do it, the types of factors they use, like value, size, momentum, low volatility, quantity. They do it systematically. Again, they have their goals for the different breakdown I just shown you. So here's some of the examples they use. Again, market capitalization, price book to ratio, price analysis, standard deviation, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, downside, standard deviation, and so on. So these are the sort of things they go after. They can break down the overall, what they call obviously alpha from it on since 1997. So this may work, and they can develop different trading models from it. So again, we have all these different styles. So let me just show you the definition of what, I'll just Google here, machine learning feature selection. So this is first article came up was a Medium article called Feature Selection Techniques in Machine Learning with Python. So here, I'm going to read you out the first paragraph. Is very simple. Oh, I'm sorry, second one. Feature selection is one of the core concepts of machine learning, which hugely impacts the performance of your model. Data features, okay, so it's again, data features. That's what it really is. To use to train your machine learning model and have huge influence on the performance you can achieve. So again, when you factor in some of these examples, which I just read out from the Invesco, let's go over to BlackRock. Now remember, BlackRock's the largest asset manager in the world. They manage about $2 trillion. So they do it. It's probably part of the core investments. But what I find interesting with this, if you go and look for maybe BlackRock, what is factor investing, you might see this website. So down here we have two tools. This one's the login. This is what they call Factor Box. So when you click on Use Tool, this is what you get. This is for iShares. So remember, iShares ETFs are the largest in the world. Outside of, I think iShares is biggest, and then maybe Vanguard. So this is big. This is really huge. So here they look for different results of underweight, neutral, overweight. Here's some methodologies that they use. And I just find it very, very, very fascinating. So you can go through this website, and this is probably how they do their entire suite of ETFs. Um, so everybody does it in the business, the big asset managers. So the question comes down to, does this make sense of how a lot of the mainstream machine learning is done in these big firms using their feature uh, selection or data selection, as I'm showing as one example of this. This firm was fairly small, 122 factors to determine how they select their stock selection for what they invest into. And out of that, you can determine all these different goals. Um, Again, not BlackRock here. So you can determine the quality, size, if you do carry trade, liquidity, if it's emerging market, and you can factor in all the econometric, inflation, real rate, value, momentum, and minimum volatility, which everybody wants. Fascinating, fascinating stuff. So I do believe that they use these to feed into this, call it feature selection. I'm sure of it. And probably all the other firms do it as well, including HFT. Just thought I'd put that out there. Let me know what you think, and we shall talk to you later. Yes, thanks for watching. Later.